So here the question that needs to be solved is to find out the square root of 19. And the problem that we face here is 90 is not a perfect square. So that is the reason. So whenever you get the number to find out the square root of it, you convert it into pairs. So here if you take 238, the first pair is 3 and 8 will become one pair, 2 will become odd one out. So here that problem is not there because 1 9 it comes as a pair 1 9. So I select these two numbers 1 9, and you have to find out a number which is a perfect square and which is below 19. So which is that number 16. 4 into 4 is equal to 16. Okay, you cannot put 25 because that is above 19. Neither you can put which is the one which is coming below 16, which is a perfect square 9. 9 also you cannot put because close to 19, which is the perfect square 16 is the perfect square which is closest to 19. So you select that perfect square and split it into 2. 4 into 4 you put it, you put bars like this, and you horizontal bar and vertical bar you put. So you put here 4, you put here 4, so 4 into 4 becomes equal to 16. You subtract 16 from 19 and you are getting 3 because it's not a perfect square. So if it is a perfect square, you would have got here 0 and the process would have got over by then. But now it's not getting over because you get a remainder here 3, which is not equal to 0. And there is no numbers after this. So what you have to do, you have to put a decimal place over here, and simultaneously you have to put 2 zeros along with this. Okay. Then after this, you take this particular number 4, take double of that 8. So you have taken 4, you have taken double of that, it becomes 8. So what and all do you have here now? You have subtracted 16 from 19, so you are getting 3. You have put 2 zeros over here, you have put a decimal place over here, and this 4 you have doubled it, so it becomes 8. Now you have to choose a number and including that number. That means if you are choosing the number as 3, what is the total number here becomes 83 multiplied by 3. You have to multiply it by 3. That number should be below 300. Okay, that should be the highest possible number which you can get below 300, not above 300. So I took 83, multiplied it by 3. Okay, so what is the number I am getting? 249. Here you see, I have taken 83, multiplied by 3. What is the number I am getting? 249. So 249 is the highest number which I can get, which is below 300. On the other hand, if I am putting 4 here, 84 into 4 if I am doing, it will come above 300, which I cannot include it. So I have chosen a number 3 such that 83 into 3 will become below 300, that is 249. Again, the same process I am going to do. 300 minus 249 gives me 51. Again, all the process I am going to repeat it. I am including 2 zeros because already a decimal place is over here. Am I right? Then I have here 4 and 3, so I take double of that. 4 and 3 I take double of that. How much does it come? 86. Then what do? I have to choose a number. So including that number along with 86, if I multiply with that number, I should get the highest number, which is just below 5100. You cannot say just below, you can say like you have to get a number below 5100. Again, I cannot go for choosing 6 here because if I do 866 multiplied by 6, it will cross 5100. So the highest number which I can get below 5100 is only 5. So 865, if I multiply it with 5, what's the value I am getting? 4325. Again, I am subtracting it. What's the value I am getting? Again, I am getting a remainder here. Obviously, you will get a remainder because it's not a perfect square. So 775. Again, I am including 2 zeros along with it. Okay. Then what do I do next? So what are the numbers I have here? 4, 3, 5. These are the figures I am getting. I take the double of it. So I am getting 870. Again, I have to find out a number with which, if I can include along with 870 and multiply it, I should be getting a value which is highest number, which is less than 77500. So I have chosen here 8. And what is the number with which if I multiply it with 8, what is the number I am getting? 69664. So if I am taking 8708 and multiply it with 8, what is the value I am getting? 6966. Again 69664. Again I am subtracting 7836. I am getting. And this process will continue. You can continue it. And depending upon what question is being asked, you have to stop the process. Here, the question, I am assuming that what they have asked is find out the square root of this with 2 decimal places. So I have to find out here with 3 decimal places, then only I can round it up over here. Suppose if they are asking for 2 decimal places, what will be the final answer? 4.36, because it is 8. Suppose they are asking you an answer where you have up to 3 decimal places, you have to continue one step more, so that you will get 4.358 something, and depending upon that you will have to round up the last digit. So depending upon the total number of decimal places that has been asked, you need to find one more additional number and then you have to round it up. Okay, so in this case, what will be the answer? 4.36, because 8 is coming less. So this is how you do, and this is the process to be followed in case of the numbers for which are not perfect squares. One more example, what was being given to you was 76. So what is the number below 76 which is a perfect square? 64. So I split it 8 and 8. I subtract, I am ending up with 12, which itself tells that 76 is not a perfect square. Then what do? I put a decimal here, I add 2 zeros, I include one more number along with 16, such that if I multiply this 16 and that number with that number, I will get a highest number which is just less than 1200. I subtract this, so I am getting how much? 31 over here. I am repeating the same process. I am going to put 2 zeros over here. Okay, so it becomes 3100 or 3100. And what do I do over here? I take this 87. 87 is the one which I have taken last. No, 8.7 is the one what I have taken last. So I take double of this. So 8.7, not 8.7. I will take 87 plus 87. Discard the decimal places. Okay, 87 plus 87. How much does it come? 174 it comes. Am I right? You can see 174. Then what do I do next? I have to select a number with which if I multiply 174, I am including that one and multiplying with that one. 1741 into 1 when I multiply, I should be getting a figure which is not above 3100, but still that should be the maximum number that can be reached. Again you subtract. Okay, you get 1359 over here. This is the value which I am getting, 1359 over here. Then what do I do over here? I can repeat the process once again. I have to put 2 zeros and I can continue. The process goes on. Here again, I assume that the question specifically tells that I need to furnish an answer wherein I have only 2 decimal places. So that is why I have found it up to 3rd decimal places. Okay.